We just had my volume up on there. So, hey, so happy whatever day of the week it is. I believe it's Tuesday today. And today is going to be a fantastical day. We are doing a few things. I have no idea what we're doing.
That's new.
But we have coaching today.
Yes.
Also, I got some pictures of the lot, which apparently we've had for a bit, but I just saw them today. And it's looking good. I mean, it sort of looks good. It's not exactly what I was thinking it was. I was expecting more pine trees, but it's more greeny, which is good. I mean, things will grow there.
I haven't looked at the pictures. I was busy.
Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Leslie. How the heck are you doing
Good
today?
morning, Mom. Good morning, Sandra. How is beautiful communist Canada? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it was funny. We were watching some silver videos. And the guy says, yeah, Socialist Canada. It's an American guy. And one guy, the guy who was the host of the show was in Canada.
And he was defending Canada.
It was very funny to me.
That little putz.
Yeah, it was.
Morning, Steve.
There is no defending tyranny, guys, period.
It's Taco Tuesday.
Yay! Twitter isn't communist anymore.
We'll see. He's an interesting man, though.
Elon absolutely. Musk. He's a World Economic Forum guy. I never know who the good guys are and the bad guys are anymore.
It's hard to know.
I do know the leftist Twitter mobs are having
they're melting down. So it's got to be better than what's
that part
status quo.
But there's a lot of melting down going on now because people are waking up to the fact that they've been brainwashed for the last 40, 50 years, and they're not too happy.
So I have to ask. Okay, so I'm looking at the people that are chiming in this morning. My mom, Sherry Stockwell, and Helen. What are you watching us on that allows me to bring you on camera if I wanted? I could push a button and you guys would appear. I think you probably have to accept.
They have to accept.
Shh, don't tell them that. Let them be scared. No, but I'm curious as to what you're watching me on or watching us on that gives it, because Ree is on, Sandra is on, but it doesn't say that I can bring them on camera. So I'm curious as to, my mom's on Facebook, but what, on your laptop, Mom? Char, good morning. Cheryl, good morning.
Our fence is still proceeding. When the pool is coming, we don't know.
Sherry's on her iPad.
We don't know when the pool is coming, do we?
No, we have to wait until the wall is done, because obviously they can't be trying to set up bricks working around the pool. So that shouldn't take long. They're close to halfway done.
So we're also going to be doing...
Cheryl is watching us on Facebook. Sheila also, it says I can bring you on camera. What are you watching it on? Phone, iPad, computer? Do you have a camera turned on? Like, I'm just curious because sometimes it shows up, Pat, also. It does that for you too. It says that I can bring you on camera. So Jeff, good morning.
I do want to just share that we are also going to be getting an extra cistern, because right now we only have 1 cubic meter of water on backup, which is 1,000 liters at any given time. We also have the 1,000 liters on the roof. So I guess technically we have 2,000. But I am absolutely going to be getting a 5,000 liter cistern.
Show me your lips. Steve is having volume problems. I'm pretty sure it's on your end, Steve, because we all have volume and you can't see this or hear this unless you can read lips.
Wow. So
Shara's watching on her phone.
So we have these 8-foot wall.
Mom has a Band-Aid over her camera, but it still tells me I can bring you on, Mom.
We have an 8-foot wall being built here, and the pool is going to be like less than a meter away from that wall. Then on the other side, the sunny side of our yard, we're going to have about 2.5 to 3 meters. And it's going to be awesome because it's going to be under theirs where we're having our cistern for water.
Yeah. I'm wondering, does it make sense to have the pool in the shady side?
Yes. We're going to heat it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
That part's fine. And you don't want burns. You don't want skin cancer. You are terrible at taking care of your skin.
My skin looks great.
You're
it's
like
soft.
a leather
It's
purse.
soft. I'm very soft. Good morning, Jolene. No volume issues here. Yeah, so that's why I am afraid it's got to be on Steve's.
Oh, Marie says she's on the Elements page, and she says it seems louder than your personal page.
It's because we're yelling.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyhow, I don't
So,
know how all that works.
Are
you
we
guys.
gonna have we're gonna do coffee time from
This
our
bugs
pool?
me. This bugs me.
Will we do it from our pool?
I doubt it. That would be weird.
And when are we gonna get the water heaters for the roof?
We have to
Should
go to
probably get
Morelia.
We're gonna order them online.
No, I want to go to Morelia and pick it out myself.
Honey, do you know all the places you want to go this summer? It will keep us broke.
No, busy. Broke's in your head, remember?
No, broke is in your pocket.
Poor is in your head.
Poor is here. Broke is here.
Oh.
Don't trigger her, John. Oh my God, absolutely. Hello, Jim.
My eyes are burning. I got shampoo in them. I was trying to.
Is that why you threw the shampoo out of the shower?
No, it was empty.
Oh, I thought she's like, I'm so angry.
No.
I don't.
Hello, Monica. Happy day. You have to do coffee time from the pool. You guys really want to see us sitting in the pool at 10 o'clock in the morning.
It'll be a heated pool.
In the summer, we won't need it heated, and summer's coming, and it's coming fast.
Oh, we will still need it heated. It's going to still be in the shade.
Then we better hurry up and go get those water heaters.
Yeah, and the pool is going to be about this high off of the ground, so we have a sitting area on the edge, and I'm excited about that.
I'm not sure that that's necessary. It's an extra cost that I'm just not sure is necessary.
I don't think it's much.
Who's going to sit out there? Who's going to sit out there and not in the pool?
People who don't want to get their feet wet or be in the pool.
No, then they'd sit on a chair.
Would you sit on the edge of the pool and not put your feet in or do anything? Or I guess you could put your feet in if you were sitting up. So, but I think it's going to be about that much from the top.
Sherry likes my idea of travel. Ree is saying that she's back on the personal. Yeah. Maybe it was because you were louder when I was on the other. When I was on the other one, does seem a titch softer though. And then she says, "Go for it. It's only 34.8 degrees." And Jeff is saying that his pool is getting to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Obviously, otherwise you'd be boiling.
Larry says she threw
without a heater. He said,
"I think there is a heater at the Muna."
But they don't have it on all the time. This is a conversation we've had with them.
Okay, so Larry says she threw a bottle at John. Very true. And Larry says raised wall might keep stuff out of the water. That was your reason to do this, especially since we're going to be keeping trees for a bit.
We might get a goat. I told the girls had a sleepover on Sunday night. So I told them, and they were grumpy and sick and sneezing and coughing. I'm still catching up from my sleep, but I told the girls, should Nana pop up by a goat for the backyard? Yeah, and they were ready going to get their shoes. They were ready to go buy one like right this second.
Kids.
Carlos, hello. How are you?
Yeah, Christie, she's really want goats. And I do want goats, but I think more for out in the country.
Yeah, their heater was turned off at the first week of April. And goats are destructive. Auntie Jeanette said that they still have snow. Don't talk about pool problems. My mom says she'll sit on the edge. It might be smart to have an edge for the girls. Why? So they can run to the pool and trip and fall in head first? Maybe. We are doing a really shallow area, like 11 inches. And that will be...
for the kids.
Well, for the kids or for people that don't want to go sit in the water but still want to stay cool.
It's about 7 feet times the 3 meters. Yeah. I guess 10 feet. 7 feet. It's about 70.
I thought it was 4 meters square, that spot, but I might be wrong.
I think you're wrong. It's just what it is.
Maybe 4 meters long? Or maybe the pool part's 4 meters long? There's measurements on the paper. Ree is saying that sheeps are just as bad. They both eat everything and get out all the time. Sherry is saying that up north we use our pool heater all summer. Yes, we know that goats are destructive. We will have a fenced area. They're not going to have access to the pool. They're
Yep.
going to be like renters in the casitas that we may build or may not.
Who knows?
I still think we need at least one.
Maybe.
No, it's not a maybe.
So let me ask you this: that 12,000 or 24,000 pesos we paid to get the permit, did that include the construction of the casitas?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Shirley what they got the permit for.
Because the neighbor's wall is brick, raw brick. I want to get that all done as well. So I don't want to build another.
Yeah, but
wall
that I
around
don't think
this.
you need a permit to like
Oh,
paint
no,
and
no,
cement.
You don't for that. But I just
Karen,
wanna
good
do that.
morning.
Hello.
Auntie Jeanette is very excited for us.
So Zach and I went
Get
to
minis.
Zach and I went to a movie last night at 7:15. Oh my gosh! To find all the people going into Nueva Vallarta, like that lateral that takes you down
at
to
that time of
Mezcales.
day.
Oh my gosh! It was
Yeah.
crazy. But we got to the movie theater. It's called The Northman. You don't need to see it. It's a very strange movie. It's not a typical Hollywood fare. It's kind of a Viking type show, and lots of violence and darkness and spells and stuff. It was very strange.
That seems like a weird choice for Zach to pick.
I know it was, and it was just.
Did he not know what it was really about?
I don't know, but he said, every once in a while it's good to see a movie like that because those movies typically are formulaic and it's just the same thing and it's always just different faces, sometimes the same faces. And he said, this is just different. And it was different. Now, what would have been different for me is if I was watching it on Netflix after 15 minutes, I would have just hit stop.
But you did have a nice evening with him. You guys went out after.
It was good.
Yeah.
We went to Carl's Jr. afterwards. And on Mondays, just so you know, at the movie theater, you've got to do this in person. If you go there and you get your movie for 160 pesos, $8 American, you get a popcorn and you get 2 sodas and your 2 tickets to the movie theater for 160 some pesos. And he spent an extra 15 pesos or 16 pesos to put the popcorn to supersize as well as 2 flavors. And he said for the 2 flavors, he thought that was 8 pesos. So he thinks it was just like 10 pesos to make it supersize. So it's a great way to, and it's under $10 to go and do that.
Is that weird witchy occult movie? It sounds like
it sure does sound like
and
it.
My mom is asking, where will there be enough room for a goat and grass for it to eat? So
grass,
at the back of the yard where we're going to put the casitas, if we don't, because we're thinking maybe not doing the casitas. I'm still really fighting with that because we need an extra room.
But we also need land out in the bush. We also need to make sure we have cash to run everything. So I understand what you're saying, but there is a big expense coming up here. So yeah.
Maybe we don't have to buy that much land. Maybe we buy that little house.
We do. Which house?
That one in La Estancia.
Yeah.
It has some yard, and it might have more land around it. It would get us out there. Grace, hello. How are you?
Hello. Are you back in Canada yet, Grace?
Yeah, they left the day after we saw them.
That is correct. So I hope you're enjoying Canada and it is not treating you to snowy, hellish conditions. It's crazy. But yes, back to that movie. Don't go. Unless, of course, you want to see. They had like some nudity, but it wasn't real nudity. It was all like guarded, closed off. The boobs were covered with an arm and it was very.
Oh, so that disappoints you.
No, I'm just telling people there is nudity in this show. It's covered. So I don't think you want to bring children to this show at all.
What do you think they're torching over there? Do you think they're sealing the roof?
Could be. We should be sealing our roof.
They're building a house directly in front of us, but in Los Mangos, and
8:30 in the morning.
They've been drilling a lot, and now they've been torching for the last couple of days, and I just don't understand what exactly they're doing.
Well, the torching probably is the ceiling. That makes sense.
But they shouldn't be at that point yet.
Unless they're protecting it because the rains are coming, And then that way they've started protection of the property. Because in Mexico, you really want to protect from the rain, from the sun, and from the salt air. Those three right there, man, that's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've got that covered, you're fine. Your house is going to last for many, many years. Our property that we're going to build up in the mountains, I want it to be made of adobe. I want to do a natural material, could be super adobe or adobe, but I want to do it so depending on the heat or the cool, it'll be very
So it won't be
fluid.
anytime soon that we have a place out there. We'll just have dirt, apparently.
No, I think we will. I really do. And even if I have to get involved in making this, just that sound of work, it just sounds terrible. What was the movie, Leslie? It was The Northman or something like that. And they had, it was.
Hey, Wendy,
It's
how are
very
you?
strange.
Grace is saying, thanks for saying hello. We are back in Canada and trying to get in order. Blessings. You too, Grace. I know it's hard when you've been away for a while to get things back, especially when you have been away for as long as you guys do. But I'm glad that you made it home safe and sound. All is well, and we will probably see you next season.
Every day is dusty here. Like the
Oh,
guys are
gosh.
digging in the
dust
roads,
has just been unreal lately. We have not had rain in forever.
which is good because our roads will be terrible.
They're already, because people are letting water leaks go, but I totally get why people stand out there and water down their street.
What we should do is just have a mechanized system from the roof and just
A
spray it.
water sprinkler.
Yep.
What is that big red truck?
I don't know. Let's take a look here.
It's huge.
It is huge.
It's a big
It's
Coke
a
truck.
truck. They're coming to deliver to our house.
Too bad we don't drink Coke or need
No.
bottles of water.
Well, it's mixed.
And I don't drink CL.
Well, we have our friends drink Coke.
Yeah.
We don't really drink soda.
The
If I go
Green
back to
Knight,
Canada, I do.
also very strange.
The Green Knight. I don't know what it is about these night.
You
biking
two
shows.
are so unnecessary and cute. Well, thank you.
We are unnecessary. We hear that all the time. Thank you.
John gets it way more than I do, though.
I kind of do, mostly from her, actually.
Oh, Wendy is back to reality and misses it here terribly. Yes. I am so thankful that this is our permanent home and we don't have to keep going back and forth.
And your grandkids live 2 blocks away.
And my grandkids live 2 blocks
And they
away.
love you.
And they love me. I want to just show you guys. I just noticed this. My housekeeper put my plant up here.
Oh, yeah.
Is that going to make that light? Oh, there's too much.
Right, yeah. But you can see that right at the top.
Oh, there we go.
You can
That's
see
the
that.
problem. See that?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there. That's why, because that light was shining. And it's growing. Like, it's really growing well up there, which I was surprised. I didn't think it
Yeah,
would.
but you didn't know it was up there.
I forgot that she put, well, she told me she was going to put it up there, and then I forgot. Now you have to move that camera back. Yep.
All right.
There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yes.
So now you can see-
Your banter is so funny.
Sorry about that. It's more threatening, I think, with Christie talking to me more than funny. And you guys, y'all laugh. I'm terrified.
Which is how it should be.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the only green plant I think that we have in this house, right?
In the house, yes.
So it used to be the hedgehog was the only reason that people would have to come in the house because the animals were all outside. Except
But the
for
housekeeper
hedgehog.
will still come regardless if we have a dog or not.
We have one plant in our house. It is the only thing that is meant to keep alive in our house. Why don't we just put it outside?
Why can't we have it in the house? It's good for you. We should have plants. It helps clean the air. It helps keep the...
Thanks, Miss Environmentalist.
Yeah.
So we're going to plant trees in our house now.
Now you're just being stupid.
I will. But that's another good reason to be out in the country, in the mountains with the stars, because there's a lot of stars up there. I mean, it is amazing. Because here we have such light pollution. When we first moved here, over down by the water, you could watch the the bioluminescence in the water light up, the algae that would light up. You'd see the waves would roll in and you would see this flash of green.
It was very cool.
And then now you can't see anything because
It's too
there's
bright,
so much
yeah.
light all the time. It sucks. It really does suck. So up in the mountains, though, it was really awesome because there was zero lights. And we pulled off to the side of the road. I looked up in the sky and I saw every single star you could ever imagine.
Every single star you could ever imagine, huh?
It was amazing. So that's where we're going to be next. And we will have our grandchildren and even some of you will be invited up there, especially if we're attached to a lake. I think that's going to be pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I just think it's going to take longer than you think. Think how long it takes to build a simple fence.
Yeah, but what we can do, though, is start growing the trees and the plants and the sweet potatoes.
Yes, I think it looks nice in the house, John. Even more will look nice. Other plants outside, John.
Oh, we've got lots of plants outside.
I have a dwarf banana tree in my house and grew a pineapple one time until it actually made a pineapple to eat. They take a long time. I've got 2
years.
pineapples growing right now in the backyard. And like 2 actual pineapples, not just the plants. I have 2 actual pineapples. One I think might be almost ready. They don't get very big out there.
Girls like those pineapples.
Well, they're so sweet and delicious.
They are. But it is interesting. I mean, we should probably show one of them someday because they grow very different than people would think.
A pineapple? Yeah, I don't know if people know how pineapples grow, but it's very cool.
It is. So when you have that little green thing on the top of the pineapple, you chop that off, throw it in the ground, and the weirdest thing happens at the top of the pineapple, a new pineapple grows, growing a new green thing. Then it grows a pineapple and a green thing and a pineapple and a green thing. And it just keeps going on and on and on.
Mom, those pineapples were from someone else. When you guys were here, we planted a couple of agaves. Those are still growing, and I need to move those too.
Yeah, it is true. I mean, it's, Our yard is going to just be eventually cement.
And potted plants.
And bricks and etc.
Yeah.
So I do really want to start growing sweet potatoes on our street easement where the trees grow. And also up in the mountains. Like we're going to have lots of sweet potatoes up there. Sweet potatoes are nitrogen fixers, and they're really good for fruit trees. Christie doesn't care. She just wants the fruit. Just give me the fruit.
Yeah.
Our grandkids love our fruit trees.
Mm-hmm.
They do. And we produce a lot of bananas for them. Right now, I think we have 4.
4 bunches growing?
Yeah, four that are
those really need to be thinned out, those banana trees.
Well, when I cut the bananas down, I have to cut down that one, and I still have not cut down the other one.
I know.
So there's going to be 5 that will be cut down. I think
my point. They have to be cut down, the old trees, because they're not going to.
They used to grow like this. Now they're like this.
Yeah, and once they have bananas, they don't grow bananas again. That
they
same
don't.
tree.
You need to chop it down.
But you don't.
I know. That's why we have what's his noodle come, and he can chop them down.
What's his noodle?
What's his noodle?
Jesse.
Yep. Jesse also found the person that owned the car that we needed to have moved.
Yes.
Because we were chopping down trees like branches.
Well, and delivering gravel and dirt and stuff. And the car, I mean, for a while there, it was semi-trapped.
It was.
Because they
under
had
a
to.
Tree. It's under our tree.
Yeah.
Using our shade all the
which
time.
He did ask,
He
and
did.
I did tell him it was okay, just not in front of the door, where he was at first, which seems like just a weird place considering that was no shade there. But the neighbor did ask, but then I couldn't find him again to ask him to move it because I told him once we start building the wall, he'll have to move the car, but obviously he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
So, but it's gone now, and Jesse found it. Jesse is a young man that he has a family. He lives in the neighborhood, and he'll come by every once in a while and he'll wash my truck for me, or he'll clean up the yard. We've had him do stuff in the back, especially after it was raining, to cut down all the weeds. Now I'm going to get him to help me repot a few plants because I have some nice pots. We're going to have to organize what we're going to keep. I need somebody, Mom, this might be a good job for you. On that back wall where the stairs are, I want to do a spot where I can hang succulents because they love that sun there. And so I don't want to move them from that sun. So now I have to design how I want it, little shelves, little pot holders, and put the pots up there. So that's something that I have to do like within the next couple of weeks, probably, to get that sorted.
So how are you going to get your mom here?
She'll have to just design it from the distance because she's not here. Otherwise, she'd be way easier if she was here. Then she'd know exactly the size of the plants that I have. And actually, my housekeeper, Cecilia, she was here one day, and I have this cute little, it's a tree trunk that had some dirt, hollowed out tree trunk, like only, a foot long, maybe, not even.
Sure.
And it had some succulents in it. And I'm like, well, what do I do? Because if I move them, they'll break because they're so tender. And she says, no, just stick the whole thing in dirt. I'm like, oh, because it'll fertilize and it'll eat the tree. And so that's what I'm going to have to do. Do you have an avocado tree? They're so expensive. We do, Grace. We're going to keep it for now. We've decided not to cut down our 2 big trees quite yet.
The avocado tree.
The avocado tree is not doing very well.
I know, it's really weird. This year, we've mentioned this several times. It was 3 to 4 months late flowering, which is weird. We saw avocados 4 months ago, 5 months ago, this type. It's called a reed avocado, very round. And they were all lit up so long ago, and now ours is going, and I think we've only got a few.
Yeah, we can't see many. Normally at this time of year, we'd have
they would already be done.
Avocados already.
Yeah, it would be done. It's Christmas time is when they start.
So Steve is saying that he can hear us now and that he had to reach all the way to Mexico. Ree is saying it depends on the variety. So going back to the banana trees, but if you leave it to die down, usually it'll shoot suckers out. Here, let me do this. You guys can hear me. It'll shoot suckers out and then chop it down and they'll produce bananas. Yes. Oh yeah. Well, John's read up a lot on bananas. He knows what he's supposed to do. He just doesn't do it. And then he takes one of my good knives and he cuts those damn bananas down. And I know he does it because even if it gets stuck in the dishwasher, if you don't get that sap off, it leaves this brown,
black almost.
Yeah. Film on the thing. And I mean, it's easy to get off. It's not like it's difficult.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just someone doesn't do it. Good decision not to cut down the trees. But Mom, that's a temporary decision because once we do those casitas, we have no room for those trees. The roots are too big, et cetera, et cetera. As it is right now, I'm hoping that when they dig down for the pool, that they don't find a bunch of roots in there. Because
but they will because,
hopefully just that stupid Nancy tree. I want that gone. Although my granddaughters love Nancy's, which just...
They taste a little like
vomit. Yeah,
they really do. And our granddaughters love them.
Good morning, Marie. How are you this morning?
So it's a strange.
Limes are expensive right now here, like stupid expensive, like 60 or 80 pesos a kilo.
Yeah.
Like that's nuts. I remember getting them at like 10 cents a kilo. And less.
Yes. So we're gonna get going here. We have no idea what's going on at this moment. It's just very strange in our house.
Why?
I don't know. There we go. That's what we did. All right, guys. We will see you all tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. If you want to join us this evening for Ask Me Anything, it will be at 8 o'clock Mexico City time, not Central Standard Time. Oh, so weird because even that changed to Central Daylight Time.
I know. So someone
just
missed
Mexico
it.
City time.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say
check and
Mexico
see what
City
time it is in Mexico City. That's what time. Eva was asking, when are we starting our pool? We are in process, darling.
It's already started.
The wall is going up. The pool is getting done.
So we will see you tonight, 8 o'clock, mex.me/AMA. Ask Me Anything. And if you go there right now and register, mex.me/AMA, register. It will email you 5 minutes and an hour before we start. So you will be notified when it happens.
Right.
All right, guys.
All right. Have a great day, you guys.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.